Hey everyone, welcome in. See there, it says Hangouts on Air is going away. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out how that is. Welcome in everybody to another episode of Disney Talk Thursdays. I apologize for all the kind of mix up there. Let me turn that down. But I hope everybody's doing well. I know there's a lot of live streams tonight, so thank you for everybody joining in. Hey Steve, welcome in, buddy. We are going to do something a little bit interesting tonight, a little bit different. Something I think would be a lot of fun. Robin, welcome in. Good to see you. And I apologize. We had, for those that don't know, it looks like, and I think Steve can kind of confirm this, Google Hangouts is going away. So there's going to be a new way to do your streams. And I kind of was thinking I was doing it right. I was going to try the new way tonight, but then it didn't work. Yeah. So I had to very quickly start a new stream. So thank you to everybody who's here. I appreciate it.
Hi, Dean. Hi, Kay.
Steve.
My Disney Park memories.
Yes, welcome in, everybody. Steve, no problem,
That's
buddy.
awesome.
I appreciate it. Have a good time at Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
And congrats on your new... Steve became a mod today for Corey Meets World, so that's great news.
Hi, Meg.
Hey, Meg, welcome in. Good to see you.
John.
John Hazelton, welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. And tonight, we thought we'd do a little bit of a kind of a... Rhiannon, welcome in. How's the baby? Hope you're doing well. AGC. AGC Magic TV, welcome in as well. We want to do a couple different things. By the way, I got my Toy Story shirt on tonight to kind of, I know Toy Story 4 starts this week. Yeah, I have not found out a solution yet. Me either, Steve. I don't know what's going on with it. And look, it's Up Insurance. We have to be on our best behavior now.
No, they're in Disney right now in Saratoga Springs.
Yeah, Meg, Hangouts is going away. From what we hear, Hangouts is going away. So, hey, Kay Atwood, welcome in. Miguel's here as well. Good to see you, Miguel. And Miguel, hang in there for a little bit later on tonight, for sure. I think you'll find this interesting. But we have a lot going on tonight. We're going to go down memory lane a little bit. Melissa and I are going to kind of relive our trips to Disney. We've not had a ton of trips. I mean, we've had a few, but compared to other people have gone 30, 20, 30, 40 times. I mean, we've gone less than 10. And we want to kind of do a little bit of a stroll down memory lane, talk about where we've stayed, what we've done, some of our favorite moments. And then at the end, we want to get a little bit of your help. Melissa and I next year will be celebrating the big 25th anniversary wedding anniversary. So we want some ideas for a possible trip of what we should do. Now, let's keep it within reason. So,
nothing out of the country.
Yeah, nothing out of the country, we don't think. But maybe some ideas of some fun stuff, and that's where you guys can come into play and help us out. OBS, I tried to do that too. It wasn't working for me tonight, so we'll have to get it squared away, Dean. But yeah, so we've done OBS in the past for sure.
That's what we used to use.
But yeah, OBS will work. We used it. It just for some reason was giving me a little bit of trouble tonight, so I just quickly started another Hangouts.
Meg said that internet ruins her life.
Yeah, I know.
We've been like that a lot lately. If it hasn't been other issues we've been having with just certain connections and internet issues here, you know, Verizon was out fixing some of the wires. We've been having consistent problems, something new pretty much every week. So
yeah, it seems like it.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Make it stop.
Absolutely. But and also tonight, Jack Sandy, Claus Logan, welcome in. Good to see you. We're also going to announce our next Community Spotlight channel. And we'll be talking about them before we head out tonight too, because tonight is the last night for Rob Fuzz. I posted another one of his videos today. Be sure to go check it out. I posted it on Twitter. And so tomorrow starts the next channel for Community Spotlight. And that's going to be fun too. Robin says that's what we did last year for our 30th Disney, just the two of us. We had a fantastic time. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit before the end of the night because we have some ideas of what we think we might want to do, but it's always about cost, time management, things of that nature, but we'll get into that as well. But yeah, I thought to Melissa, I said, you know what, let's kind of go down a little bit. Did I get a haircut? Yes, Meg, I did get a haircut. I needed it very badly.
Meg always notices when you shave and get a haircut.
I did.
A haircut, 2-bit.
Yep. That was the downfall of Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit.
I'm telling you. Jelly's Journeys, welcome in. Good to see you. Never mind. Anyway. So, yeah, let's go down a little bit down memory lane. Our first trip to Disney, and I want to know when you guys, too, you're more than welcome to chime in as well on questions, things you might have as we go through them, or things you want to talk to about your first trips and stuff too.
Oh,
Next
cool.
year is our 10th, so we have to do something
Miguel
special. Absolutely. Yep.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yep. But hey, Disney Nerd Hunters, Charlie,
Hey,
welcome in. I know
Charlie.
you're getting close if you haven't already
Hey,
left for
Stacey,
Disney.
You're there too.
Yep, good to see you both. Hope you're doing well. I know your trip's coming up. But our first trip to Disney was 1998. We've done this. We talked about this a little bit before. What I remember most about it is obviously going down in front of the castle, seeing the castle and Main Street and all that for the first time. But it's really funny. In 98, when we went, our first trip, our first day, we did not go to Magic Kingdom. A lot of people do, but we didn't. Did we?
No, because we got there
Late.
later in the day.
Yeah.
We took a pretty early flight, but by the time you get in the airport, get the Magical Express, get everything,
Right.
we decided to start at Hollywood Studios. Actually, it was MGM Studios at that time. Took
But
us forever to start
right.
calling it Hollywood Studios.
Well, it wasn't Hollywood Studios
No,
yet.
but I mean, once it changed.
Yeah, once it did. Yep.
Kept wanting to call it MGM.
Yep. But the thing about it was it was our first trip, so we really didn't know what we were doing. We didn't understand Disney yet. We didn't, really know how it worked.
Gosh.
And it worked differently back then than it does today.
Yeah. But I mean, it was amazing, but you're right. It was such a different experience than how we go about it.
It was totally different back then than it is today. But where we stayed, our first trip we stayed at All Star Music, and it was really nice. We really enjoyed it. The room was a preferred room, I think. I think we were pretty close to the main lobby area, but we enjoyed it. We thought it was really fun, but we didn't. It was our first trip, and we didn't get the dining plan.
No, we didn't get the dining plan.
Okay.
Like I said, we didn't know anything, and his parents actually paid for the trip for most of the family,
That's what it
his
was.
siblings and us, to go. So most of the expense was paid by them. We just had to come up with money for like food and spending money.
Right.
So I don't even know if we really knew anything about the dining plan at that point. We really didn't know anything because we didn't plan our first trip.
Right. Yep.
So
it's true. Downscale, welcome in.
hey.
Good to see you. And Dreamer Deborah, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. We're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. I know there's other streams to watch, so we appreciate having 17 people in here. But yeah, no, you're right. We really didn't know much of anything when it came to that. And yes, by the way, Jack asked, anybody excited for Toy Story 4 tomorrow? I'm lukewarm. I think Melissa's more excited than I am. But we definitely will see it.
I just got done rewatching Toy Story 2 and 3 because my mom was here and she had never seen them.
Yeah.
And so it kind of got me more excited for it, but I'm a little wary. I guess I'm just afraid because all of the movies were so good. They all have their own things that I really love about them. And I'm just nervous because I don't know. It's going to be hard to talk what they've done so far.
I agree.
So.
And yes, Meg, we certainly can. Corey Meets World, who is streaming as well tonight. Corey's, I think, 14 away from 9,000 subscribers, and he's such a great channel as well. He does wonderful live streams, and he's a supporter of other channels as well. I mean, he's been in our streams and other streams in the past, so be sure to go check out Corey Meets World and subscribe to his channel as well. Great, great channel, and we're lucky to know him. So absolutely, Meg, yes, for sure. Steve's World says, Arjan said Toy Story 4 was really good, and Donna said she was somewhat bored. So, yeah, I mean, it's really going to depend. We'll have to see. Jack asked, I didn't hear that right the first time. Okay, gotcha. What other streams? There's only one for me. Oh, thanks, Kay. I appreciate that very much. Captain Akron, welcome in as well. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Yes, we do have a very supportive community, Meg. You're very true about that.
We're very
right. But we stayed, one of the things, when we stayed in the All-Star Music, talking about our first trip, we stayed over where the maracas are, in that pavilion area over there, in that building. Ray J, welcome in. Good to see you.
Thanks, Miguel.
What did he say?
This is the stream.
Thanks, Miguel. I appreciate that, buddy. And Deborah, thank you as well. She says, you two are great. Walt and Melissa, love Corey too. Such nice, supportive people you all are. Absolutely. Well, the very little that we do, we try our best to support where we can. We're not as big as the other channels by any means, but we hopefully one day things will change and maybe that'll be able to do a little bit more.
Meg. She said she loves hearing about your favorite.
Yeah, that was really, really a great time. I mean, it was just like anything else. When you experience Disney World for the first time, and one of the first experiences is one as magical as that, where you're inside Cinderella's castle, you're having breakfast, all the princesses are coming around. It was just a culmination of such a, oh my God, we're really here. This is really magical. And it was like well, see, we never went as kids, so my mom and dad be able to provide us a chance to go. It was just it was such a great moment for them that, you know, we turned and there they had tears running down their eyes. And I just asked them, I was like, you know, what's wrong? You guys okay? And they're like, nothing's wrong. This is just fantastic. We couldn't ask for anything more. Yeah. And it was pretty. And
if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
No, it's true. They're the ones that took us on our first trip.
We shouldn't thank them for that.
Meg says she took her mom to Cinderella's Castle on her last trip as a surprise. It was such a magical time. It is. I'm telling you. Yep. Yep. Lasting a lifetime, Deborah. You're right. Joseph Andrews, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. I saw you in on the other stream. Thanks for jumping over. I appreciate that. But yeah, it was nice. We did, and what was really neat about that first trip was back then, Le Cellier was only a one-table service at the time. Not that we were using the dining plan.
No, we didn't.
But we had dinner at Le Cellier, and we didn't have to.
It was lunch. I think we just.
It might have been lunch.
We were in Epcot,
and we didn't need a reservation.
By, Canada, and we're like, oh, let's check this place out.
I know, and it was unbelievable, but it was awesome. 1998. Charlie, was our first trip.
Yeah.
And 98 was the first trip.
September.
Yes, September. And I think that was part of the reason why it was easy to get the reservation to go in, because it was September. Schools had just started back. Everybody was going home from their vacations.
Animal Kingdom had just opened in April of that year. So the big draw was probably Animal Kingdom. So that probably helped too. So,
Meg, if your mom's going, if she wants to be surprised again, I would really recommend, I don't know what your finances are, but I really recommend trying a restaurant outside of the parks in one of the hotels, in one of the resorts, whether it's Chico, whether it's Boma, whether it's, oh my gosh, you could do it. I think she would really, really enjoy that. Or maybe even doing a backstage tour for your mom. I know they're not cheap, but maybe that'll work. That might be something she'd like to. California Grill, there you go. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yep. Brown Derby or California Grill, and then watch the fireworks. Absolutely. But remember, you got to get the right reservation for the fireworks. So get a late one. Get like a, what time the fireworks go off? 9, I think. So get like at 8:30 or 8 o'clock, so that way you can see them. That would be great.
Miguel asked if we were hooked right away, or did it take some time?
I think we were hooked right away. We really, really were. I remember. What's funny is, and we're going to get to it next, is we were hooked, but it's always about finances. And back then, we were dirt poor.
So poor.
We were dirt poor.
Compared to how we are now, we're just like middle class here. We were like, right now, compared to what we were, I think we're rich. But,
we were. I mean, it was hard. It was real. Zachary Pollock, welcome in. Good to see you. Cargo's here.
Hey,
Cargo, good to see you. That's all right. No problem at all. We appreciate you being here. But so 98 was the first trip. We did a lot of really cool stuff. And what's really neat too is Animal Kingdom just opened. Asia wasn't open yet either.
Nope, just Africa.
It was neat.
Tree, and they had the safari ride and the walkthroughs for the animals. So that was pretty much. Oh, and the Bugs Life.
Yeah, Bugs Life was there.
Yep. But other than that, that was pretty much it. I still thought it was amazing. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. And you're right, Meg. You can take your receipt back. You're absolutely right. Welcome in, Jacob, the Overlord. Jacob's a friend of our son's, Mason. So, Jacob, good to see you, buddy. Cindy Ellicott, welcome in. Tiffins for August. Nice. That's a really good idea. Absolutely. Random says that's the great thing about Disney. You can have a whole range of different cost experiences. It's true. Yep.
Hey, Chrissy.
Chrissy Osho, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy 25th in my hubby 20, a date that will live in infamy. It's true. It's true.
It's pretty amazing nowadays. It's an accomplishment, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Dreamer Deborah says the sad ones are when one person instantly is hooked, but the other partner just doesn't get it. So I totally get that. Hard. Yep. Brian!
We don't have that. Hey, Brian.
Brian, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Brian just booked his trip for next October. Awesome. I think that's really, really exciting as well. Ray J's at 8-year anniversary. Congratulations, everybody. That's fantastic, Ray J. Good job. 8 years, man. Not
getting it, though.
Yeah.
My dad does not get it. I was talking to him the other day. He was telling me how much he disliked Disney, and I'm like, I can't talk to you anymore. Fortunately, he changed the subject really quick. Yeah. So I don't have to worry about him staying on a topic.
You in person. Welcome in. Good to see you.
So I'm like, oh, I gotta go, Dad.
Yeah. We're doing good, human person. Hope you are too. Zachary says, "Hi, I'm just joining. I was watching Corey Meets World with special guest Nick from Magical News Live.
Yeah, we saw some of them
Say I
too.
saw you live. Saw you were live. I would not come over and watch you." Thanks, Zachary. We appreciate that, buddy. Definitely. Well, from '98, as funny as it is and as hooked as we were, we didn't go back till 2007.
Right, almost 10 years later.
Almost 10 years later before we got back.
I guess it was 8.5 because we went in April.
Yeah, it was it was a long time before we got back, but we went in 2007. We stayed in All Stars.
Yeah.
And we tried All Star Movies this time.
And this was another big family trip. It was
Yes.
all of Walt's family again.
Yes.
You know, all the cousins and his siblings. So
Yes.
it was fun.
Yep.
It was a nice trip. The kids were a little older.
Yeah.
We had Mason.
Mason was 6 by that point.
No.
Yes, he was. 2011, 2007, he's 6.
Oh, his birthday was right.
Yeah.
I think he was 5.
No, he was born in 2001.
Oh, yeah.
1 + 6 is 7.
But he was about to turn.
He was going to turn 6 while we were down there. Now we're arguing. See, look, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, Walt, after watching your vlogger on Personal Increase, I watched Lou's perspective. You might want to hear it. Okay, yeah, I definitely will. I will definitely watch and listen to Lou. I know who Lou is. Definitely will.
Oh, that's great, Jacob.
Yeah, good for him.
That's
That's a good
awesome.
one. Good
Can you
job,
get
Jacob.
Mason a job,
Yeah, I know.
Please.
But in 2007, we went back and we stayed at All Star Movies. Our first trip to All Star Movies, we loved it. Now we stayed in the preferred side for Toy Story side, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
So cool. We love the courtyard. I don't know if you've seen pictures or if anybody stayed at All Star Movies. That's my favorite All Star resort. Of course, I haven't stayed at All Star. Okay, that would be right. But
yeah, All Stars.
I haven't stayed as far as
Pop Century. We haven't stayed at Value.
Yes, I'd like to stay at Pop Century.
Yes.
Check that out sometime. But that was my favorite. I just love the courtyard with the giant. You know, they had a giant
Buzz and Woody were there,
Buzz and Woody and
yeah, they were all there. Yeah.
What's the little remote control car's name again?
RC.
RC.
Yeah.
And I remember Walter and Mason just standing or sitting on RC, and we got pictures of him because he was like a life size.
Take care, Steve.
So,
have
bye,
fun.
Steve. Enjoy the movie.
Enjoy the movie. Let us know what you thought. I know you'll like it.
Yeah, you probably will.
And Pete, welcome in, buddy.
Hi,
Good to see you. Pete McDevitt. He's with Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
have
saw
fun.
you.
Steve, have a good time, buddy.
So
yeah, it was an amazing place to stay. We really enjoyed it. And what was really funny about that trip was same with when we stayed at Music, but with this one we really enjoyed the food court.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time back then. Food courts. We really hadn't discovered the joy of Disney food, like all the different experiences. I think with the kids being as little as they were still into the chicken nuggets. And we did a little bit of dining. Like that year, we did actually, Walt's parents booked our first experience at Garden Grill.
Yeah.
And we had lunch there, and that was a lot of fun. You know, they were really into the dining experience, like doing one of the character experiences.
Yeah.
It was also our first Flower and Garden Festival.
Yes.
So that was enjoyable. Loved that a lot. So that was a big thing. But we didn't do a whole lot of, I think we got the dining plan that year.
I think we did.
But and if we did, I don't know that we did a whole lot. My memory's a little, we might have done Liberty Tree.
Might have been Liberty Tree.
That year. Yeah, no, because I don't think we ever did that with your family.
No, I don't think
That's terrible, but that's the problem. And I went to go find some of our photo albums to help me remember. And I think
it's hard to remember.
In a box like in our basement. And I was like, because our photos, you only have your digital phones for so long where you have your digital photos. So they started around 2013. So everything trying to remember back, I'm like,
I know, it's true.
I don't even remember what I ate for lunch today.
Yeah. and somebody said they stayed at Pop Century and they really liked the new rooms there. They do look pretty nice.
Yes,
they look
we've
pretty
seen
nice.
Online, they did an awesome job.
Yeah. But the All-Star Movies, it was fun. I love the food at the food court there. I got the turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes. Like
that's your favorite.
Of the 8 days we were there, I probably got it 4 days.
Probably did.
It was awesome. I really enjoyed the food there. The food quality was really good. I just really enjoyed it, and we were so close to the food court. We were like 10 steps, and we were at the food court. It was like we were right next to it.
And that's
it
when
was
Mason
so convenient.
Loved to go in the pools. So he would want to come back, like we'd take breaks because he would complain a lot. That was when he was one of those kids we were like, we're in Disney World, what are you complaining for? But we'd have to take that afternoon break, come back to the hotel, either take a dip in the pool, take a little nap, and then go back to the park. So that's why we always ate lunch, I think, at the resort.
Yeah. But it was fun. It was definitely very, very fun. Cindy Ellicott says we are at Pop Century in August, first time staying in one resort. and second time visiting. Great.
Nice.
I hope you have a good
You're
time.
gonna
Look
love
for
it.
us. We'll be there in August, hopefully, if
Uh-huh.
you're there when we are.
Yeah,
and
being in
the
the
hot
Disney
chocolate.
bubble is
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
Just taking yourself
Mhm.
out of the whole real life, not having to worry about
Mhm.
anything, and just
Yeah.
enjoying your trip. I think it's great.
And Rachel, you're right. The value resorts, no pun intended, they really are a good value for the money. They are. I think they really, really are. Obviously, you're not getting all the major amenities that you get in a moderate or a deluxe, but that's okay. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
To be honest, and this will probably change over time the more trips we take, we don't spend any time at the hotel. So that's the ironic thing about us being DVC now. We stay in these fancier hotels,
Mhm.
but we don't. I feel like we stay a lot less than we used to because our kids are grown.
Mhm.
We spend as much time as we can in the park or downtown Disney. We're not really using the amenities in the hotels. And
Right.
I think that
But that's going to change as we get.
because
Yeah.
we've been so many times, we can start doing different things,
Mhm.
start doing experiences that the different resorts have to offer.
John, that's outside. John hears birds.
Oh yeah,
That's right outside. We have a nice, good sized
welcome
yard.
to
and-
the jungle.
Robin says, just stayed at the Pop a couple nights last week. We loved it. I missed the Disney theme being in the rooms, but we loved our stay. Yeah.
And that's exactly right. Love the theming
Yeah,
in the
theming is a
all-star
lot.
resorts and stuff. I think that's one
Right.
thing that's lacking a little bit in some of the bigger resorts. They try to add little things here and there, like
But
the
it's-
magical headboards.
It's a
which are
different
nice.
kind of theming.
No,
though.
it is. It's
a
still
different.
there
It's theming, but it's
in the background.
different.
It'll
but
be in the prints.
No,
It'll be
Right. But I mean,
Mhm.
it's not. It's more subtle than it is
right.
in your
That's
face.
Exactly right.
That yeah, absolutely.
Subtle's a good word.
Dee Hazel, welcome in.
Hi,
Good to see
Dee.
you. Thank you for coming over. I don't know.
Thank
I know
you.
you were over with Colin. Jessica, welcome in. But after that, we started to go a little bit more often after 2007. But we didn't go again. Our next trip was 2011. We went in August of that year, and we really liked All-Star Movies so much. We stayed there again.
But our experience wasn't so great. that
Well,
trip.
But it was. I agree but disagree. That was our best trip because
Oh.
we were there for 2 weeks.
Almost.
We were there. Well, we were on vacation for 2 weeks, but we
Right.
were at Disney for over 10 days. We did Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld that
Yeah.
trip. It was an amazing, amazing trip. The hotel stay itself, and we won't get into specifics on
yeah.
it, but it wasn't the best. I agree, and we haven't been back to it since, which is too bad. But the overall trip itself was amazing.
It was our
We
first
stayed at the Dalmatian side.
August trip, so
Yeah.
it was
hot.
hot, and being there 10 days and walking, like, we almost killed his mother because his parents met us there halfway through the trip. Immediately took them to Universal.
Hi,
It
Isaac.
was when like Harry Potter had first opened.
Yeah, we went for
And
Harry Potter.
oh my gosh, she ran around like a mad woman, but boy, did her feet pay the price.
But we got our scooter and she loved it. And I did recently did a scooter video, so be sure to check it out if you guys haven't already. I just posted it yesterday on the affordability of scooters at Disney or outside. So check that out. A little plug there. Sorry, but we did. We had a great trip. But the hotel stay itself at movies this time wasn't quite as good. We had some complaints, things that really weren't answered from our complaints. And some other stuff too that happened that could have been a little bit better in that respect.
Yeah, I think the resort was getting a little older. Like the shower wasn't working and different things, and we had to have repair people come, and then they would like come at like 11:30 at night, and it was like, oh,
Yeah, it's 11:30.
it was weird. It was unusual.
Cargo
so-
says that. She says it's funny because I am so not a fan of the movies. I've had 3 bad experiences there, so no one can say I didn't give it a fair shot. I agree.
That's true.
Yeah, well, we're 50-50 on All-Star
Yeah.
movies. One good, one bad. So we totally get it. We
Yeah.
totally get it. Isaac Nail, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. So after 2011, that was it for All-Stars. We kind of, from there, went on to a couple other things. And then we tried, because it had opened just very recently, Art of Animation.
Yeah, 2013.
Yes,
We went through
2013.
April again.
Yep.
Oh, and we didn't mention that in 2011, it was the first time we tried Crystal Palace. We went
That's
there for
right.
lunch,
Crystal Palace.
and we went to Via Napoli for the first
Yes,
time. Which
both.
was really great experience.
Highly recommend both of them. Via Napoli, still one of my favorites. But you're right. We tried Via Napoli for the first time back in 11.
Yeah, so we stayed at Art of Animation. We didn't stay in a suite.
No.
We decided to
Standard
stay
room.
at Little Mermaid.
Yes.
The walk was far. I'll tell you that. It was exhausting.
The walk is really far. I mean, really far. Joey's World, welcome
Hi,
in.
Joey's World.
Good to see you. Thank you for being here. No, you're not late at all. You're right on time. Thanks for being here.
Oh,
thanks, Miguel, for that. I appreciate that. Melissa's right. The walk, I mean, the standard room is the furthest away. I get it. you're going to put the cheapest, the furthest away. You want the good ones up front. I totally get that. Man, that was a long walk. But the theming was awesome.
It was, yeah. All of the Little Mermaid rooms are the furthest back because they're all just the studios, much like the All-Star resorts. I can't talk. It's so hot in here anyway. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's just your standard value studio room. But the theming was great.
Oh my god! Oh, and the outside too was fantastic. Oh my gosh! All the gadgets and everything.
Yeah, the gadgets and gizmos aplenty.
But then you had the Lion King area, you had the Cars area, you had the Nemo area, you had I think that was it. Yeah, just those Nemo, Cars, Lion King, and Mermaid. They were fantastic. The Cars area is the best area.
We actually spent time literally just walking around the entire resort. It's the only time we've really done that, just to see all the theming. And it's worth doing. And there's a lot of good photo opportunities, especially if you have kids.
Dreamer Deborah says, really far is right. We stayed at Little Mermaid last time. Everyone should get their own golf cart.
No
it's true.
Kidding. It's exhausting.
It's exhausting because you've just spent an entire day at the parks.
Yes.
You've been on your feet all day anyway. And then to get off that bus and have to walk 7 miles.
Yeah.
Feels like 7 miles to your room. It can be a little hard.
We ended up walking the back way to get to the buses, which ended up being shorter. But the thing that was kind of disappointing, because I always like to take the time, like when you're leaving in the morning for the park, to go by the store,
right?
Go by the quick service, because you get, especially if you're DVC or whatever you are, you usually get you get the dining plan, you get those refillable mugs.
Yes, we would do that.
You get a chance to fill them, but when we were there,
we
never, you guys went to the restaurant the first night,
and then
while
the
I was
last
unpacking night, and got me nothing to eat, and then it closed. So
Two Real Geeks, welcome in. Good to see you. Brian asked, can you go to the Big Blue Pool, while staying at the All-Stars? Brian, that's a great question. I'm going to say yes, because I don't think there's a gate you have to go through.
Some of the other resorts.
You'd have to use your band to get in. So I'll say yes, with a contingency that we might be wrong.
And the Big Blue Pool.
See, you can't say it either. The Big Blue Pool.
That's the one that has the speakers under the water. You can hear the music, which is neat. We didn't ever go in it, but that's what I read about anyway. So that's kind of neat. But it's an amazing resort.
So Cargo's saying no. So maybe you can.
The food court is good there. It does stand out from some of the other All-Star.
Haley, welcome in. Haley Raymond, welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Melissa's right. The food there is by far, out of all the All-Stars, the food quality at Art of Animation Landscape of Flavors is far and easily a step above. I love the food there. It was fantastic. I did a make your own pasta. It was out of this world. It was awesome.
I only ate there once, and it was right before we were leaving to get the Magical Express, because like I said, it was so far. We never really walked to that area. We never really went in the store, maybe once. Never. Yeah. So that was a little disappointing.
Because you were just so far away that you didn't want to take the time, unfortunately, to stay in that area, which is too bad. But we did do a lot of other stuff there, though. We did. Go ahead.
I was going to say, by that time, we had learned an appreciation for Disney dining and what they had to offer, and had done a lot more research. We had been 3 times. We started picking up on that a little bit on our 3rd trip.
Right.
So of course, then I think that's when the apps started coming out, and you could read about what what they had to offer. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. It isn't just about chicken and hot dogs and French fries.
Right. It's true.
So we just started getting the dining plan on most of our trips and booking different restaurants to try. So by that trip, we did Be Our Guest had just opened. The new Fantasyland had just opened that prior year, I think. So we tried that for the first time. And it was our 2nd time at the Flower and Garden Festival, which I just love. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great, great trip. Joey's World says, Mouse Talk, we like music because they are the only All-Stars with a 2-room suite that has 2 bathrooms.
That's true.
I agree. Good point.
They do.
Yep.
I thought sports had a couple of them too. I don't know why I thought that, but you're right.
No,
and they're more
I think it's just music.
affordable than the Art of Animation suites. And I heard that they had recently are working on updating them a little bit.
Yes,
they've gotten a little older.
Yes, they're starting to refurb and reimagine them a little bit. Yep.
Kind of a best kept secret, I think.
Yep. And then after 13, this is when we started. At this point, we had bought DVC. So we kind of upped
the ante.
A little bit, because now we were with DVC. So with all DVC, you're pretty much staying in deluxe resorts. So this is when we finally got the taste of the good life, so to speak. And we stayed for the first time. And what a way to start.
Yeah.
We stayed at Animal Kingdom in a 2-bedroom villa with a savannah view.
Yeah, it was like
It was
night and day.
it was the most unbelievable thing. I was shell shocked,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, of how amazing it was. The room itself was unbelievable in the size of the room alone. The balcony covered the entire villa. It was beautiful. We had views of all the animals outside. We could get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and walk out on our balcony, and there were the animals. It was an amazing, amazing time. Again, long way to walk though from where our room was, but it was amazing. Wouldn't you say?
I didn't think it was that far.
It felt like it.
I don't know. It wasn't horrible. Definitely the one that sticks out in my mind was Art of Animation, but it was amazing. I mean, I felt like it was bigger than our house. It had 3 bathrooms.
Hi, Christy. Good to see you. Christy's Corner's here.
You know,
Oh my God.
This one had
3 full bathrooms.
3 full bathrooms.
3 full bathrooms.
Not all of them do, but this one did, which was a miracle.
Yes.
This was the trip when my mom came with us.
Yep.
And
she had her own bathroom.
Yeah,
the boys had their own bathroom, and we
amazing.
had our own bathroom. It was
Yep.
unbelievable.
Yep.
Everything about that villa was amazing. The decor inside was fantastic. The theming was incredible. The views were beautiful. Absolutely was just shell-shocked by how great it was.
And we did, Deborah. We saw animals all the time. We got to the point there's certain ones you'd see every morning.
We would name them.
Yeah, so they all had nicknames. We're like, oh, there's Billy Bob, and there's, I can't remember what we called them now, but there's certain ones, and if they weren't there in the morning, we'd be like, oh, where
are
is
they?
he?
Yeah, it's true.
That was so cool because you had to just grab a cup of coffee and just walk out on the balcony like first thing.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, but it is. It was an amazing thing. Now we stayed over in the Jumbo. No, not Jumbo.
Kidani.
We stayed on Kidani side.
That's the
now their lobby's a lot smaller than what you see over the Jumbo House side,
really
but
small.
it was really it was cute. It was very quaint, very cozy. We had a great time.
The store was really small. I was a little bummed out by the store with it being like a DVC, but I guess they're all kind of like that. You go to the main.
Says lots of rooms with bathrooms. I know. I couldn't believe it. We actually had 3. I thought we were special.
We have only 1 bathroom in our real house, so it's like that was like heaven.
I know.
So I'm like, wow, but especially with my mom with us because she takes.
Right, yeah. She needed her own bathroom.
It was a godsend.
So, Miguel, this is a good question, and it's a tough question. Mm-hmm. And I think one day we're going to sit down and do a stream on this. Miguel asked, who would you say DVC is best for? It seems like it's a really big and long commitment. So what would you say to someone on the fence about DVC? I think it depends on who you ask. Melissa will say, don't do it. I say, do it.
Yeah.
I think it really depends on what it is you think you're going to get out of it. I think it's a conversation, Miguel. If you want to have one day, give me a call or something like that. We can do a Google chat or something. We'll be more than happy to go over that with you. I think it's well worth it. It makes us have to take our trips more. We know we got to go. Melissa doesn't think it's worth it. I do. So it really just depends.
There are reasons behind that, and at the same time, I think that may change in my mind as we're becoming empty nesters, and I'm hoping we'll be able to do more traveling and things. There won't be school that's keeping us from going certain times of the year. We'll be free to go pretty much anytime. We can take our vacation throughout different times of the year. We can probably use our Disney points to maybe try other places within the United States, because you don't have to go to Disney resorts. You can travel many different places and use those points.
And I want to stay at other resorts.
No, absolutely.
I mean,
go to
they were just talking about Old Key West. Key West is one of the ones I want to try too.
Yep, there are a bunch of them. We want to try them all. Really.
Jim, more sunshine, please. Welcome in, Jim. We were just saying. Never mind.
He just said it in eye to eye. Don't say it again.
Good to see you, buddy. But no, Old Key West is one of the ones that I really wanted. We almost chose that as our home resort. Almost. But we chose Wilderness Lodge, which we're going to get to in a minute.
I really like the setup at Old Key West. It's different than all the other ones. All the other DVC resorts look pretty much the same.
Oh, it's definitely
Key
different
West
over
was
there.
first, and it's different.
It's
and
definitely
I like
neat.
the big decks that they have out in the. I don't know. I just kind of like the setup, and we're definitely staying there in the near future.
Yep. Let's see. D says, what does D say? D said something. You can rent DVC points. Yes, you can rent DVC points.
Yes, you can.
Going to go to Hawaii next year for our 25th anniversary. There you go.
Yeah.
See? Carrie and Nancy.
That's
there you
awesome,
go. That's great.
guys.
That's fantastic.
That's right. I forgot your 25th is the same as ours.
Yeah, it certainly is.
We could go together. I guess somebody's got to run the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
But that is something else everybody needs to remember is you can rent DVC points.
Mhm.
So if you don't want that commitment, but you want to try the resorts, you might be able to do that. But I think the more you go, you're going to make your money back. But if you don't go, then no, you're going to lose money on DVC. You have to go. You really do have to go.
Yeah.
But the other thing about the Animal Kingdom trip, that year we tried Be Our Guest Again. We tried Boma for the first time.
Wow, that was
Had
great.
never tried Boma. Really enjoyed that. We went back to Cinderella's castle so that her mom could experience that. That was really neat. We tried Ohana for the first time and be in Napoli again. It was great. Great trip.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite trips. Definitely one of my favorite trips. And then probably my most favorite trip.
Even though my mother was there?
Yeah, no, we had a great time.
No, we really did.
We
and
did.
she loved it. We've been trying to talk her into coming back with us. So yeah, she loved it.
Yeah.
So.
But 2017 was probably my second favorite trip behind our first trip. That was the year we stayed at Wilderness Lodge. It was fantastic. My favorite resort by far. I absolutely love it. It's on my bucket list to try every resort at least once. DVC seems like it'll make that more possible.
Yeah.
It will make it more possible, but it is a commitment. So it really just depends. I mean, but I always say this, back to DVC just for a second. If you're going to jump in, if you're going to just jump in, just do it. Just take it. Why? Why is it funny?
No, because it's funny. We had been like checking into it for years, and we went down on the last trip. I think it was in 2013. And Walt's like, let's go check into it again. Well, they keep your records, and they know how many times you've inquired.
Yeah, we inquired
the
like
Disney
6 times.
So when we met the girl, it kind of was a turnoff to me, but we were sitting in the big area in Saratoga Springs, and she's like, hey, so are you going to finally do this or what? But the way she said it, it wasn't even like she was being funny. She was sounding irritated.
Welcome back, Cargo.
And it was like, it made me want to just get up and walk out. But I guess, I don't know if she was trying to be funny, but it didn't come across that way. So
Right.
it was a little annoying.
Presentation means everything.
Yeah, because she was kind of like, well, are you going to basically, are you wasting my time again today, or are you going to actually sign up? So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
That's funny. But there's a lot to it, Miguel. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about it, Melissa, as well, so
Mhm.
she can give her side of it.
Yeah.
So you can see both sides.
I'm not all negative about it, not at all.
No.
But I'll definitely tell you why I have the feelings I feel about
Hi,
it.
Rachel. Good to see you.
Hey,
Rachel's in here.
Rachel.
Good to see you. But 2017 was my favorite trip for sure. One of them by far. We stayed at Wilderness Lodge, which is just amazing. We got to do a DVC free preview of Pandora. That was the year Pandora opened, so we didn't have to do anything with that. That was free and amazing. We tried fish and chips for the first time at Epcot. It really is. What else did we do?
Yeah, Huff Insurance is right. And they're our friends and my bosses. And they are in Disney World right now. So we appreciate that they're taking time to be on our stream.
Yeah, no.
Their son just was at Mickey's PhilharMagic and sent me a picture.
Oh, that was PhilharMagic.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't look like
No, I know. We guessed wrong. But they said it's the best timeshare system that we've seen, not locked into a location or season like others. So that's very
yeah, no,
true.
that's true. Well,
Yeah.
it's all based on a point system.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into DVC too much tonight. But it's a point system. But as long as you have the points, you can go whenever you want. You can stay wherever you want. You can go for as long as you want. So, yeah, it's very flexible in that respect, but you have to have the points.
It's all good, Miguel.
Update Mexico ride. Arjan's just went overboard. Nick threw him a life jacket. Donna laughed. Call
the
Coast Guard. We're calling. But lots of stuff going on there. We didn't do the dining plan for the Wilderness Lodge
Oh,
trip.
happy birthday, Cargo. I'm sorry.
Cargo, happy
When was your
birthday. Is it
birthday?
today? Well, happy
Well, he said
birthday.
belated, so belated happy birthday.
Cargo,
I'm
happy
sorry
birthday.
I missed it.
Happy
'Cause it was
birthday for
probably
sure.
on Facebook, and I'm so sporadic on Facebook. It's terrible.
So that was 17. Lots of different things going on there. Wilderness Lodge, the other thing too is we did another 2-bedroom villa. Very, very spacious, beautiful. The one thing I love about Wilderness Lodge, and I won't spend too much because I know we're running over here.
Already?
It's 8:42. I loved getting up very early and going down to the water by myself. It's very peaceful. It's fantastic. It's so
It is not.
quiet, peaceful, beautiful. It was fantastic. I loved it. I absolutely thought it was fantastic. Great trip. My favorite. We tried the Bon Voyage breakfast for the first time.
Oh,
Another Flower and Garden Festival. It was our third time.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was just a great, great trip. And then finally, so far, 2018, last year, probably, I hate to say it, our least favorite trip.
Oh yeah.
We didn't have, it was okay. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was good. And we stayed at Saratoga Springs. We weren't big fans of Saratoga Springs. It's gigantic. It's a gigantic resort.
The issue. I'm really glad we had our car. We drove that trip, which really didn't end up being as bad as I thought. I like the resort. It's pretty, but it's just so big. I felt like anytime we needed to go get something, go over to where the
right. The lobby area
concierge and all that. We always had to drive.
Yes, it's too far.
Fortunately, we weren't super far from our bus, but because we kind of booked at the last minute, we didn't really have an option to ask them for something a little closer, and kind of learn that experience next time. But there were pluses about it. We spent a good amount of time in Disney Springs, which I enjoyed, because we went and spent some time with some really good friends we have down there, and we got to try Chicken Guy, different things down at Disney Springs that we hadn't tried and really experience it, which we hadn't done. So
Woody's Lunchbox, we got to experience Toy Story Land, which was great. A lot of different things. Real fast, I want to go over a couple things. Do you at the same time every year? Do you go every same time every year? No, Charlie, we do not. We go different times every year.
Yeah, it
often.
Would depend.
I mean, it depends on different conveniences that come into play.
Right. And the kids, fortunately, our youngest son went to a school where they were a lot more flexible, and he could work ahead and do things where they would let him miss school. So we were able to go the end of September into the early October month last year. So the weather was much more enjoyable. Right. And the same thing for our trip the year before we went in May. So instead of having to do the April and August trips when it's just busy and hot. Right. So that we enjoyed a lot too. Yeah. Oh my gosh, are you kidding, Charlie? You guys got bed bugs last year at Disney?
I'm sorry. That's not good
I didn't think. Where did you
Downscale? Downscale mentioned something. Downscale, it's 9 months for your home resort, and I think it's 11 months for your outside of your home resort for booking your points. Just FYI, I think that's what it is. But D. Hazel says, I had a DVC cast member approach me as I was waiting for the Magical Express. He was trying to sell to me a little too aggressively, kind of spoiled my last moments of my trip. Yeah, that's the problem, is they do that, and because they work on commission. Hey, Kyle and Jessica, welcome in. Good to see you. Sometimes they can be pushing. They can be pushing, absolutely. And then
felt like we had too much of that, which I was glad about. We would always approach them, so I guess everybody's a little different. Yeah, that's too bad.
So there you go. And of course, this year, 2019, we're staying at Wilderness Lodge again, and it's the big August trip.
Yes, Jim, we did Blaze Pizza too. That I
Blaze was great.
Really like Blaze Pizza.
Yeah, Blaze was great. We love Blaze.
Like Chicken Guy as much as everybody else seems to.
I liked it.
I have to give it another try. It was fine, but I didn't think it was like, oh my gosh, this is the best chicken nugget or chicken tenders I've had. I like that there's lots of dipping sauces. That
was fun. That was fun.
I don't know. I mean, there's just so many places. I want to try Deluxe Burger. Hope maybe when we go down this trip. Wouldn't mind doing Blaze Pizza again. There's just too many places.
Yeah, we have some good ones on, and we'll talk about that next week, because next week we're going to also talk about our fast passes. Miguel says, August trip, your best trip yet? We'll find out. I hope so.
Hopefully we'll. Yes, I can't imagine it won't be wonderful. And we'll get to meet so many people that we didn't even really know last year, or just starting to know. So it's a totally different experience. So.
No. Downscale, 9 months for home. So you can. Yeah, I mean 11. 9 months outside, 11 months for home. Yes. Yeah, reverse. Yes, backwards. I said it backwards.
Scratch that. Reverse.
Haley, you didn't like Blaze Pizza? That's surprising. I thought it was really, really good. We really enjoyed it.
Maybe you got the wrong toppings.
Could be. I think I will still be here in Florida when we come down.
Yes.
Oh, Robin, I hope so.
Robin.
We'll be down the end.
That would be awesome.
End of August, though.
We'll be getting there we'll be arriving late on the 23rd.
Joey's World, we've done Hoop-Dee-Doo. We've actually done Hoop-Dee-Doo, and we loved it.
To do it again.
Yeah, we need to do it again.
I don't remember what year that was. That was 2007, I think.
It was early.
It wasn't our first trip, I don't think. I think it was our second trip.
Dreamer Deborah, we're going to the Edison. Yep, we're going to do that. Our first night there, we are going to the Edison, and we're going late night.
Was it? It's the 24th.
That's the first
night.
Well,
our first night there's technically the 23rd.
Well, I guess, but
in Florida, I guess we won't be at Disney yet. We'll probably be staying at an outside, resort.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
So, we've booked a reservation for late at Edison.
Right.
Because we want to see the entertainment when it's all
exactly.
about.
That's what they were talking about, the late night. Yeah.
And the bacon does look amazing. We watched Corey's stream with that too. It was pricey, but it looked pretty yummy. I think we'd be fine just getting the loaded fries and the bacon on the clothes.
Downscale says, "What Melissa?" Galaxy says, "I'm sure that'll suck." Not. We're gonna have a good time for sure. Ryan got an extension to his Disney College program. That's great.
Oh,
So he's staying
wow.
until 2020, but I am going back in September. I understand that.
Yeah. Back to real life.
But I do. So that's our trips. That's what's coming up. And I do want to go over a couple of things because I know we're running out of time. Yes, it does get adult at night, Kyle, for sure. It does. Couple things real fast. Melissa and I next year are celebrating 25 years of marriage. I can't believe she put up with me that long, but she has. And I want you guys to give us some suggestions within reason of some things we should do. We have a couple ideas of what we think we're going to do, but we always love to hear other people's opinions too. Because I think we know what we're going to do, which could be a really good time if we can swing it. But I won't give it away too early because I don't want to spoil it and jinx it, and then we can't do it. So we'll have to see. But we're hoping to do that. But it's always funny because when you think about different things you could do, we really want to stay inside the States for now. We do ultimately at some point want to do outside. Disney cruise.
I know. That's something I've been dying
I'd love to do one of those. That's a good idea. Bring a flat cam with you and take pics.
Dinner at Victoria and Albert.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Dinner at Victoria and Albert.
That's true.
Geez, that might be more than a trip.
I know, right?
That's true. Good point, Downscale. That's true. I just don't.
Very
I just don't want to. I don't want to hold people because I know there's other streams going on and probably more fun. Iceland. Oh my gosh,
my stepbrothers have been there a couple of times.
Yes.
And they get to travel a lot.
Well, that's Brian. It's funny you say that because that's the hope. We'll have to see. I don't want to give away too much, but maybe come visit Oz. We would love to, Rhiannon. That would be great. New Asgard. Yes. What am I thinking? Why don't we go to New Asgard?
Oh my God.
Victoria and Albert. Yep.
Us too, Meg. Us too.
Yep. That's true. You only hit. That's right. You only hit 25 years once. Yep. Yep. We started dating when we started getting married when we were 5.
Right.
Not quite. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we'll have to see. We got some ideas now. Disney Cruise sounds like phone died. Still Miguel. How about going to Hilton Head or Vero Beach? Yes.
You know what? I was
maybe
mentioned that earlier too. The Vero Beach. I would love to do that. Mm-hmm.
And Joey's World says Disney Cruise all the way. Hope to do a carriage ride at Fort Wilderness. Yeah, good ideas. Absolutely good ideas. Yep. The carriage ride really sounds like a good idea, and a dessert party too. I always wanted to try one of them.
They have the carriage rides at Fort Wilderness.
Well, the hint is it's out west. Somebody mentioned it about possibly Disneyland. Possibly. It's
a little more extensive than that. We were looking into.
It's a little more extensive for sure.
One of the Adventures by Disney trips, because then you get behind the scenes tours.
Yeah.
And you actually get a tour of
Jack, welcome in.
Los Angeles, and you get to go to the Jim Henson
Museum.
Yeah, different things like that. So little pricey, but when I was pricing the regular, to stay at a hotel and pay for the tickets, it really wasn't that big of a difference. So
Disney Alaska Cruise. There you go. That's a good idea too. Port Orleans has a nice horse-drawn carriage too. Yes, it does.
Nice. That's right.
It does. Yep.
That's one resort I'd like to stay at too.
So that's our hope. Nothing etched in stone just yet. That's what we're really hoping to do. Great time to do Tokyo Disney. Yeah, we would love to. Yep.
That and Shanghai. One of these days, would love to do that.
Yeah, me too. Oh, thank you, Joey. Well, I appreciate that. I put some effort into that one.
As if we don't put effort.
Yeah, I know. But no, I'm glad you liked it. Because I think that was an important video. Scooters are expensive.
They are.
But they're so needed. At Disney World, those parks are so gigantic, and it's important to know that you have options. You don't necessarily have to get it from Disney. There are other options, and they will deliver it to you. So check out that video for sure. But before we get out of here, I did want to go over the next community spotlight. As we already know, we've done Steve's World, we've done Disney Dan, and we did Rob Fuzz. Rob's finishing up today. Posted another video about Rob today. Be sure to go check it out. Yes, we have, Brian. We have checked it out for sure. We have played with that new camera, absolutely, and got a couple things coming up this summer as well. Disney Fanatic, welcome in. Good to see you. I don't know if we said hi to you earlier, but our next community spotlight is a great channel. I think they're highly underrated. I think they should have a ton more subs than they do. They're ingenious with what they do on Sunday nights with Disney Jeopardy. You probably already know who I'm talking about. They absolutely have come a long way. Their streams have gotten more and more popular, whether it's the Tuesday stream or whether it's the Sunday stream. And, of course, that's Dee and Miguel from A Disney Life for Me. Fantastic family channel. Yeah. They do wonderful, wonderful videos, and they're going to be our community spotlight for this next week.
Awesome.
So, obviously, the first thing we always like to do is say to everybody, please go out there and support them. They're really close to 1,000 subscribers. Get them over 1,000 if they're not already.
Some of my favorite streams of all time to watch, especially when Tuesday nights, I feel like I fail at Jeopardy all the time, so I'm like down on myself for
Thanks,
that.
Disney Fanatic. I appreciate that.
They're just amazing, wonderful people. And
yes.
Love their content.
Hey, Stacy, welcome in.
Hey,
good to see you, Stacy. Thanks for being here. But I definitely want everybody, please, if you haven't already gone out to, and one of our mods, if you could please put Dee and Miguel's link in the chat, I would appreciate it. Please go out there and support their channel. I think they're a highly underrated channel who do tons of great Disney content. Their Sunday night streams, Disney Jeopardy, is unlike anything else. And everybody copies what they do with their trivia. But that's the greatest form of flattery is imitation. Don't get me wrong. And it's great that we all do that. But I think it's kind of started with Dee and Miguel. They're wonderful, and they're very supportive. I mean, Miguel's in here tonight. He's in here a lot, too, when she's not working or taking care of the kids. So what happened?
I just got a cramp.
But please go ahead and support their channel. They do great stuff. I think they're fantastic. I really do. Melissa's got a cramp.
That was weird. My leg just cramped up out of nowhere. I'm like,
oh my God. But please, I didn't see it yet. Somebody, if you could please post their link in the description for me. I'll try to do it if I can. Let me just put them in there real fast. There we go. There we go.
Yay.
So there you go. So that's Dee and Miguel. If you haven't already got out to their channel, please do so. And every day this week, I will be posting one of their videos. And please go out to those videos. Watch them. Help them with their views. Help them with their time as well.
Please.
And for Miguel, you're out there. I know you are, buddy. Dee, I'm going to be sending you guys. What are you laughing at?
The stream about we'll read it when you're done.
Oh, go out there and support their channels, please. And then from there, if you also could, please go out there and I'm going to be sending them the 10 questions for the community spotlight. So be sure to come back next Tuesday as we do the 10 question spotlight for Dee and Miguel. They're a great channel. Absolutely, Miguel. You're very welcome, buddy, for sure. What were you laughing at?
Well, the post about is it true that if we get to 1,500 subscribers that you're doing the Tower of Terror, and will it be filmed?
No, that's not true. So here comes Mason, everybody.
Mason wants to say hello. We let him out of the closet.
We unlocked him.
The closet's back there, so that's a lie.
Well, we have more than one.
Okay, fine. I'm trying to defend you guys.
Yep. Okay. Melissa's okay, everybody. Yes. There's Mason.
What's up, everybody?
Mason will be moving down to Florida very soon. Perfectly, Kat. Welcome in as well. Good to see you. But please, everybody, go out there and support Dee and Miguel. They're a great channel. There's Jacob.
Oh yeah, his name is.
They're a fantastic channel, and all week long we'll be promoting their channel for Community Spotlight for sure. Walt's riding Tower of Terror is inevitable. Yeah, it is.
It is.
It probably is inevitable for sure.
I'll do it too.
Mason is free.
Yeah, Mason's free. Everybody, there he is. Hey, Zip! I didn't even see you, buddy,
hey,
Patrick.
Wait, we're gonna film.
Oh my God! I have to say that stream
last night.
on
Their stream.
Steve's channel. I literally almost peed my pants.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was
I showed Mason, and he was like dumbfounded. I was like, Walt called me in. We're both laughing so hard we could hardly sit up straight.
Oh my God!
You guys have to check out the stream on Steve's World from last night.
It was so funny. Yeah, Forky was it was.
Oh my God!
All of them were amazing. I thought it was the funniest
all
thing.
Of them.
It was
every
fantastic.
Single one of them. Hilarious.
Exactly, Jay. That's so funny. Last night, dead. I know it was so funny.
Forky from
Mickey Sightings, welcome in.
Hey.
Yes, it was. It was
Forky
very
with
funny.
the Boston accent.
Oh my God, I know it was so funny last night. It was amazing, but it was great. But it was ingenious. It was different. Gosh. It was original, and it was, and it got you guys tons of viewers, and I'm glad. It was well deserved. Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
You guys are so funny.
So wait, just for clarification, like we're gonna film this if we go on the Tower of Terror?
Oh, you're going too?
Yeah.
All
Makes
right.
sense.
I mean, if we especially if we film it, because that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm
For
not
the
going.
views, man.
I told them if,
Won't be on my channel.
if I'm not going, we'd have to get to 2K for me to go.
But yeah, guys, definitely make sure we hit that then, because she's scared of everything.
Yes. Mickey Sightings, thank you for dropping
Yeah,
over. And
thank
we'll
you
be
so
sure to check out
much.
your channel for those that are check out Mickey Sightings. Janine DIY, welcome
Hey,
in. Good to see you.
Janine.
Hope you're doing well. Joey's World wants you to do an impression of me on Tower of Terror.
Can you
I
do
don't
that?
think you could.
I mean, I just gotta give a look. Like if I just take off the hat, it's just
That's about right, probably. I'm not a screamer. I remember the first time, the only time we ever rode Tower of Terror.
Where's the picture? We have a picture.
It's right here. I showed it before.
Oh, okay.
The only time I ever rode it, I didn't scream. I just kind
He
of
was
went.
going like he
I
looked
just
like
went
he was
like that. It looked like I was.
trying to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
that was our faces on Rocky Roller Coaster too, though. I have that picture on my phone.
It's true, but I'm not a major screamer type. I'm just the type that would be like, oh,
I
is it
screamed
over
on
yet?
Slink because Meg told me, he's like, maybe if you scream, it makes you feel better. And
Oh,
actually
it
helped
does.
a little bit.
It really does.
I was like,
Like I went on my first ever roller coaster recently, as you know, and I loved it.
Kyle, it is the heights. I'm afraid of heights for one, but it's this, like, I can do roller coasters. Drop on roller coasters are fine. I don't like straight drops.
I don't like the
That's-
feeling of falling.
Right. That's the issue for me is that right there.
Yeah.
But on Tower of Terror, it's just a straight drop, and then they throw you back up, and then they drop you
Oh.
again, and then they go back up, and they drop you again, and they go back up, and they drop you again. So it's not like it's just one. It's like 6 times, and that's what really gets me.
At least
That's
you get
Charlie
a great.
and Sophie's special ride together.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
At least
very
you guys
nice.
get a special view of the park when you do it. Like you get a beautiful view for 0.5 seconds, and then you almost die.
You guys
Yeah,
are
it's-
10 times braver than we are.
Yeah, it's the free fall. It is the free fall.
I hate falling. I'm one of those people that jumps awake when you have that dream like you're falling and you're like,
Yeah.
I think that's most people.
John
I hate
Hazelton says hi, Mason, to you.
So,
But well, Miguel, I always say this. Look, if you fall, the ground will catch you.
that's
So
horrible.
Don't worry about that.
That's awful.
That's the one thing, and that's what I don't like about it as well. Is at some point the ground will catch me, and I don't want it to.
Note
that's
to, note
the
to self, that's
problem.
horrible.
those things like when I get scared to tell myself it's a ride, you're safe, it's a ride, you're safe.
Oh,
you're not
yeah.
gonna- and I keep having to do that, but it's so hard to get it out of your mind that it's not something where you're really something's going to happen to you. It's,
I'm gonna keep what I just thought
frightening.
of to myself because it happened
Yeah.
to a friend of mine.
Okay, don't say it.
I'll say it after the.
yeah. But no, but that's we're coming up on an hour, everybody, and we definitely appreciate everybody hanging in there. I know. Great, fun Clubhouse. Welcome in.
Said he's afraid it's going to give him scoliosis.
Oh my gosh. Create Fun Clubhouse. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. That's another great channel. Be sure to check them out as well. Brian's still here too. It's not the fall that kills you. It's that sudden stop. Well, that's true too. That's what I mean. It's the ground catching you. That's what kind of does you in.
That is so true.
But
oh my
More like the
God.
ride mechanics having a fun time.
True. But everybody, welcome in again. One last time. A couple of real fast shout outs and plugs that we have to do. Obviously, again,
That we
starting
want
this
to
week.
do.
And we want to do, absolutely. Community Spotlight this week. A Disney Life for Me, Dee and Miguel. Please go check them out. Subscribe to their channel. They're really close to 1,000. We'll post videos from their channel all week. Obviously, we'll support their streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we hope you do too. We also want to say thank you to Dean, who was in here a little bit earlier at theliveplace.com. Family-friendly live streams throughout the week. Monday through Sunday, you can find the stream. You can find it on the Live Place. So if you're looking for one, that's the place to go. He's very supportive of this community as well. We go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays with Sports Night. And, of course, our 2 partner channels as well. We have Steve from Steve's World that goes live on Monday nights with Monday Madness at 8 p.m. And we have Disney Dan on Saturdays. Disney Dan goes Saturdays at 7 for Disney Fiasco. So be sure to check him out. And our podcast.
I know.
We've been
really
so
dropped
inconsistent with the
ball.
podcast, guys, and I apologize. We're going to work to change that very, very soon as I get more help.
A lot, yeah. There's a lot
Don't
of
look
things
at me.
going on. A lot of things that have been going on with graduations.
Thank you,
graduation
Kay.
Parties on the weekend. So,
Kay congratulated you on
oh,
the
Great
thank
line
you,
coming up,
Kay.
yes.
Thank you very
So
much. I
we have a
appreciate
lot
that.
of things going on the next couple weekends, but
John's
by
missing them too.
by July we should be back on track. We have our weekends back, and for the most part, and we'll have a little more time to work on things.
Yeah,
so I
4th of July
apologize,
is
guys.
gonna be-
It's been like
Kyle, that's a good question. I
running
don't know.
races all the time lately.
I don't know what we're going to talk about Saturday yet. We might talk the draft because I know the draft is today. So we'll have to see. We definitely might talk draft for sure. So come on out. Hopefully you can get there. Maybe one of these times you can come on as a special guest too.
Yeah.
That'd be great. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. I know Corey's still out there. Go back over to Corey's stream. Tell him you're coming from Mouse Talk stream, that Mouse Talk sent you. That would be great. We'd appreciate that as we get closer to 1,500 ourselves. And other than that, I hope everybody has a great week. Please take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you for joining us with all these other streams going on. To have 28 people watching,
that's awesome.
We're very honored with
Thank
that.
you.
I mean, you have other choices, and you chose to stay with us, and we appreciate that. So thank you all very, very much. Have a great, great week. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye,
Like and
everybody.
subscribe.
Bye, everybody.